If you're training your core to go to the beach, you're training for a vacation, a short period of time that's not optimal. I need you to start training for a lifetime. Now, you definitely don't need to be able to do that with 65 pounds, but the principles hold true. What Instagram influencers are not telling you is that ab circuit or the crunches are not training you to resist falling when you're 70, and they're definitely not going to keep you out of the nursing home. So we need to build real life strength that is going to transfer in our day-to-day. When we're over 40, we need to stop training for vanity and start training for survival and utility. That doesn't necessarily mean the functional training that we get with CrossFit. We need to have a bit more variety and work on our body in a more utilitarian way. So in today's video, we're going to talk about 4 unique core exercises to get you to actually have strong, stable core muscles and upper back to where you can stay out of that nursing home for decades. Our first exercise that we're gonna take you through is our Zercher carry. This is a great exercise because you can do it with kind of anything. A backpack or any sort of weight that you can kind of hold out in front of your body. The goal here is to have our elbows and our arms about 90 degrees. So it will be slightly in front of us just to make sure that we are holding that weight right in our arms, in that crevice of our arm. So right here, elbows slightly in front of my torso. Because of that, my back is slightly rounded and I'm keeping good posture. My core is engaged, my glutes are engaged. From here, I'm gonna walk down and back for about 60 seconds. Here at Peak City Gym, that's about 2 laps. But if you're in a different gym, which I don't know why you would be, you just need to come to Peak City Gym, we're going to do for 60 seconds. So again, elbows at 90 degrees, weight in that crevice there, and we're gonna walk down and back, controlling our core and our glutes. This is going to integrate our core strength and stability with our gait cycle. Our next exercise, and this is one of our favorite core exercises here at Peak City Gym, is the Palloff press. So we're gonna grab any form of cable machine and put it about shoulder, sternum, chest height. It doesn't have to be anything super specific. From there, we want a nice wide stance with our feet, kind of shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider, that's totally fine. And then grabbing onto our rope attachment, shoulder width apart, we're going to press the weight out directly in front of us, keeping everything nice and straight, and then bringing it back to center and out again. The goal here is as that weight goes out in front of us, we're increasing the lever from our shoulder, so we have more resistance pulling us this way, and we're resisting that desire for our body to rotate. So again, we're here, everything's locked in, pushing out, core's engaged, fighting that urge to twist into our machine, and then bringing it back in and out again. Our next movement, which is very commonly people's favorite, is our dead bug. This works on a lot more of those deep internal core muscles, not necessarily those six-pack abs. So how we actually perform this is laying on our back. We want our hips and knees at 90 degrees, arms straight up overhead, head relaxed on the floor. From here, opposite arm, opposite leg extended. Make sure we're not letting that lower back arch and everything break. We're keeping that rib cage tucked in, leg stays up off the floor, deep core muscles engaged, then we're bringing everything back to center. That is crucial, otherwise you can kind of get confused as you go kind of in this swimming motion. That's not what we're looking for. Opposite arm, opposite leg, back to center, re-engage the core if you've lost it, and then extending opposite arm, opposite leg, back to center. Again, make sure that that core is nice and tight. It's not necessarily that we're trying to push our lower back down into the mat, but that we're keeping tension. Our rib cage is not flared up like this, just nice, tight through the abdomen. I still have some space underneath my lower back in that posture. Our last exercise, and this one can be really challenging, is our side plank with a T-spine rotation. I like to add the T-spine rotation because we're still working on a little bit of mobility and rotation through our torso. Not many of our other exercises have any rotation, but we may need to modify it with this bottom leg bent at 90 degrees, or we can straighten our legs out, whichever works for you. It is totally fine to have that bottom leg bent at 90 degrees, lifting our hips up. Make sure our hips are also pushed forward. We're not sitting back like this, We want those hips nice and forward. Then arms straight up overhead. We're gonna bring our arm down, rotate slightly through the torso, and coming back up. Again, with the legs straight, it's gonna look something like this. Arms up, hips push forward. We're gonna control, rotate through our torso, bringing it back up. We should feel it through this oblique right here and also through our shoulder. We need to integrate all of these things with other parts of our body. That's why we have more compound movements that are valuable for our core exercises. These exercises are not meant to develop our six-pack abs. While they may help you developing six packs, that's really made in the kitchen and getting to a good body fat percentage. What these do are work on those deep integral ab muscles that are necessary for keeping us healthy for the decades to come and to prevent you from going into that nursing home and falling when you're 70. So make sure you hit that subscribe button for more videos from the Longevity Lab here at Peak City Gym.